Good morning and welcome to day 17 of the 30 Days of Transformation. I thought I would come in again with another topic that I wanted to kind of introduce you guys to. And you might remember that a few days ago I talked about the fact that we spend a lot of time focusing on what we don't want, but not a lot of time focusing on what we do want. And I want to just introduce to you a concept, a quantum physics concept that I think is really, really important because a lot of us get really stuck in what's realistic. And when we set goals and visions for ourselves and our business, we're always thinking about whether it's realistic, whether we think we can actually accomplish that. We don't want to be too big and bold because we might not achieve. And we're kind of scared of that whole failure and not achieving. And so we're really keeping things realistic. And even a lot of goal setting exercises suggest that your goals are realistic. I don't know if you have ever done a SMART goal, but the R is all about being realistic. And a lot of the time through these 30 days, I've talked about casting your vision and having your dreams and your goals. And I would like to think that some of those seem a little unrealistic. Okay. I want you to think big because I know that deep down you've got big plans. It's just whether you're actually going to own up to them, whether you're actually going to write them down, whether you're actually going to tell people. Or maybe you find, like so many people, that when you tell those goals to people or you write those goals down, you get into this like, oh, I'll just diet down a little bit. I'll just pull it back a little bit. Let's just, let's be a bit more realistic. Okay. And so then ultimately you're focused on something more realistic rather than your actual dream and vision. Okay. And I want you to be focused on your dream and vision. I want you to kind of throw the idea of realistic out because I had some pretty realistic goals for 2020. And I don't know about you, but my goals for 2020 haven't exactly gone to plan. Okay. But I did have a big vision and a big dream for my life. And that's definitely coming to fruition. But if I was caught up in all the realistic, minute detail, I would have missed some big opportunities this year that have changed the course of my life. For me, 2020 is going to go down as the most transformative year ever in my life. So get unbogged down in those realistic details, okay, those realistic goals. And let's get back to that big vision and that big dream. And let me introduce you to this concept from quantum physics. That is that if you can even think that something is possible, if you can even bring it into the realms of possibility in your brain, then it is 100% possible for you. Okay? The only things that are impossible for us are the things that we cannot yet see or we are not yet aware of. Okay? If you can imagine it, if you can even start to see how it could happen in the periphery of your brain, then it is 100% possible for you. Okay? Because what we know of, what we are aware of, when it comes to our dreams and our visions and our goals, if we are aware of something, it is 100% possible for you. Now notice, I didn't say it's 100% going to happen because that comes down to you and whether you take action and whether you hold strong to that vision and whether you move your energy and your vibration towards that vision. But if you can think something, it is possible for you. So those big unrealistic dreams and visions and goals that you've got that you keep dampening down for everybody else, that you don't quite want to write down on the piece of paper because, super unrealistic. If you can even think those things, they are absolutely possible for you. Okay? I wanted to share that with you because so many of us are over here dampening down what we want, and I talked about why it's so important to know what we want and to be coming from a place of the positive and coming from a place of the vision and the dream and the goals. But so often we're trying to keep those things super realistic. Okay? I want you to know today that if you can think something, it is possible for you. Now, there might be a whole lot of blocks in the way. There might be a whole lot of limiting beliefs that will mean that you will struggle to bring that to light. Okay? There might be massive action that needs to be taken, huge choices, difficult choices. Okay? But if you can think it, it is possible. Okay? So if you're sitting there saying things like, that's not possible for me because of blah, 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 or I couldn't possibly achieve that because of blah, blah, blah. I need to dampen down my dreams because of blah, blah, blah. I just need to let you know that whatever that blah, blah, blah is, that is a limiting belief. Okay? It's a story. And that's okay. We all have stories. We all have beliefs. Our beliefs are how we see the world. But we've also talked about in this series the fact that you can choose to believe what actually helps you rather than choosing to believe things that don't help you. Okay? So I want you to leave that blah, blah, blah behind today, and I want you to focus on one thing. And that is, if you can think something, then it is 100% possible for you. It is there for the taking. The only thing that is going to hold you back is yourself. Okay? And if you know that you're holding yourself back, I talked yesterday about being stuck and holding yourself back in that stuckness. Reach out to me and let's chat about how we can move through that, okay? Because you can choose differently. And if you can imagine something, it is 100% possible for you. All right. I really hope that gives you a bit of a different perspective on being realistic about what you want. Dream big. The bigger you dream, the more that is possible for you, okay? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I will see you guys again tomorrow for day 18. Have an amazing day, and I'll chat to you then. Bye.